So this time I'll actually be reviewing a new figure. Well, kind of new. This is Hordak, the Masters of the Universe Classic version. He's actually a reissue, because I missed him the first time around. Finally gotten around to doing a review about him. So Hordak, first of all, has a very nice face sculpt. Great body armor. You can see he's got his own little face on his Horde symbol. Very solid cape. And it's joined to this little headpiece up here. You can take that off, take this armor off. I'm not going to. But yeah, nice sculpt. I do like the paint job here. The silver pieces here. I have, this, let's say, like gaps or, scrapes on there. I think that just adds a little bit of authenticity because it looks like it's been used. It's not quite shiny. There's some tarnish to it. His face here and head, they're shown up pretty white here. Actually have a very reddish bone-like tone to it. That bone thing, to me, it could be just a little bit whiter. Just a little bit whiter, and I think it would be just a bit better. I'm still happy with it, though. Not been disappointed by any of these Masters of the Universe classics. Now, I did have the original figure at one point. I was a big fan of the Horde characters. I don't know why. Coming off as villains, I guess, they were just a little bit scarier and more threatening than Skeletor was. First, he has this little imp or pet bat, demon bat thing. You can clip this guy on to either hand. It works a little bit better on this arm and this hand. If I remember correctly, the original figure did come with this bat, but it was actually a band that you put on his upper shoulder area. Yeah, I'm just going off the top of my head, so I'm real fuzzy on this. You can clip this onto the other arm. This staff. If I recall, the Hordak from the TV series was a much more technological based character. So I'm guessing that this is kind of like Skeletor's Havoc staff, just for Hordak. It's the thing that he channels his magics through. And of course it has his little Horde symbol on there. Last but not least is his crossbow. Now this I do remember, because in the original figure it actually had this fun little feature where you'd compress the bow together and there'd be two halves that would clip together because they had a notch. They were notched like this so that you would compress them together and they would lock up, and then you would depress a little square in the back located around here, and it would then uncompress and you could use it to actually knock down figures. While they have taken the basic design for that crossbow, they've actually gone and given him a bolt right here. Very fearsome looking weapon. This fits in both hands, cradles right under the bicep there. It's actually quite heavy, so it weighs the figure down, so you kind of gotta pose them just right. I think it, again, works much better in this arm for some reason. I guess it's the way the hand is sculpted. It makes a much nicer fit. I don't know if this is really an accessory, but he has got this little armband. His head moves left and right, pivots a little bit, and goes up and down a little bit. The up and down is really limited due to the shape of his little helmet headpiece here. Pretty standard for the Masters of the Universe classics. Around here, in and out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, wrists rotate. He does have the abdominal crunch articulation, but his chest armor does limit that. You can turn him at the waist. His legs go forward and back, rotate, and go in and out. He bends at the knee. His shins have a rotation, and his feet bend at the ankle, as well as have a little bit of pivoting. I'm most familiar with Hordak from the television series. I believe in that he was part of the Horde Empire and was actually like second in command of the Horde Empire underneath this guy called Horde Prime, and is kind of like the Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, where you only saw like a part of it. I think, there's some familial tie to between them. I'm not sure. Slightly less familiar, very hazy on it, but I do remember his comic had him trapped in another dimension from Skeletor, and he basically comes to Eternia as like this third party that's in contention of Eternia. So he'll make deals with He-Man, and he'll make deals with Skeletor, but really he's neither an ally of either. I think that aspect of him appealed to me because he's really a wild card. Also in the 80s cartoon, TV cartoon, he was really more, I recall, a She-Ra villain, whereas he was, not only was he trying to conquer Eternia, but he was also trying to suppress an insurrection on Etheria, that was led by She-Ra, and She-Ra being actually a former commander of the Horde. The 2002 version didn't see very many of those, but from the write-up on the back here, which seems to be a blend of all versions, it seemed like he was banished into another dimension by King Grayskull, who was like the He-Man of thousands of years ago, or something like that. I guess that'll be it for now. Until my next review, see ya.